This is a quick overview and thoughts about the ROG Ally after 3 weeks. The ROG Ally greets you with an all-white build with black buttons and accents. On the top of the device, you can find a USB Type-C port, an XG mobile adapter, 2 volume buttons, 2 LED indicator lights, a power button, fingerprint sensor, a micro SD card slot for expandable memory, and a headphone microphone combo. This screen is a 120Hz 1080p panel with OK colors and fairly below average response time of 7 milliseconds. 500 nits of brightness is the highest I ever saw, which we think is adequate for most things. Buttons are satisfyingly clicky and give clear reports every time you click them. The only concern we had was fairly tight paddles on the back of the device, and the thumbstick dead zone feels fine on every game I played, although this seems to be fairly inconsistent for many users. A lot of the review units other outlets got appeared to be much worse than ours. A firmware update on this device in the future should fix that. The Ally has front-facing Dolby Atmos speakers, and they're pretty good for a variety of games, and all sound adequate for music. Speaking of resources, we question why a device like this didn't include 32 gigabytes of memory. Allowing this system more access to memory for GPU tasks specifically seems like it could have been a no-brainer here, even if charging a little bit more was the consequence we had to pay for that. This system operates with very little headroom for other apps, so again, more memory would have been appreciated. Frame rates are incredibly impressive on the Ally, but don't expect the 780M to push out inhuman frame rates in modern titles. This is still a 30-watt APU, and is best for anything that can saturate this 120Hz display. We think most people will love emulating the Switch, Wii, and GameCube titles on the Ally, and even AAA gaming is certainly possible, as shown here. And some games, like Horizon Zero Dawn, run flawlessly at low settings with exceptional frame rates. We think the biggest hurdle with a product like this is simply going to be getting your wallet out to actually buy it. The vision that Nintendo had makes a lot of sense at $300. But when you double that and add a $100 tip for good measure, things get more challenging. We believe most buyers in the market now will have better luck with the Steam Deck at a much lower cost, as that device runs a dedicated operating system and doesn't have any ambitions of being anything other than a handheld console. The biggest setback of the Ally will always be the Windows 11 platform, which is horribly optimized for normal touch displays, but on a 7-inch touch display, Windows becomes basically unusable, and we think that most people are best to steer clear of this product unless you absolutely cannot live without a device like this to play in bed. And those who travel frequently may also find this appealing, although hotel rooms usually have a desk to put a laptop in if you can manage taking that with you. Despite having this device since launch, I find myself going for my gaming laptop every time. Okay, that's all we have for the ASUS ROG Ally. If you love the Ally, tell us about it. Subscribing ensures future video creation. Thank you so much for watching.